What's going on? It's me, Chase. This is No Chaser TV. Thank you for tuning in. Child, we got a lot to talk about. Yes, we do. Because Kenya Moore is in New York for promotional purposes for her book tour with her daughter Brooklyn. And she stopped by Tamron Hall's show today. And right now, social media, the reality TV world has been taken aback and is shook because Kenya Moore apologized for taking things potentially too far with the situation in regards to her versus Brittany Eady, where we all know she was allegedly suspended from production due to what was at the time alleged to be revenge porn. So make sure that you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells because we're going to talk all about it. But first, let's go way back down memory lane. Yes, let's go back down memory lane because earlier this year, Kenya Moore had a event at the Kenya Moore Hair Spa. It was much heralded. It was the hottest ticket in town to get into. Kenya Moore filmed the opening of the grand reopening of the Kenya Moore Hair Spa. As you can see, Cynthia was there, Shamia was there, Portia was there, and some of the other housewives and, their group was there as well in Atlanta, Georgia. And there was an incident that went down that was really a hot topic at the time, where Kenya Moore was alleged to have distributed some sort of revenge pee against, I gotta remember to say revenge pee, y'all. Some revenge pee against her new cast member, Brittany Eady. Brittany Eady is one of the newest Real Housewives of Atlanta, who we'll get to know when the show airs. It's rumored to be airing at somewhere at the top of 2010. Excuse me, 2010, top of 2025 next year. 2010, bitch, how old am I? Okay, anyway. Whew. Well, this feels like it's been going on for 15 years. So, Kenya went on Tamron Hall today, and she did go ahead and finally break her silence regarding what transpired between the two of them. So, allegedly earlier in the season, by Kenya, there was some sort of altercation between the two where Brittany was throwing off her microphone pack and yelling and screaming and cussing and saying that Kenya didn't know who she was and she had the right one, and I don't know. So Kenya went to the production team and told them she did not feel safe. She felt threatened. This girl was like, "You don't know who the F I am," and basically feared for her safety. And so she feels like it was not taken serious, allegedly, by the production staff, and they basically treated her like a black Karen and thought that she was making much ado about nothing. So when we go to the Kenya Moore Hair Spa, that's when we have, according to Kenya, taking things into her own hands. And Kenya says from there she did go ahead and have, things blown up with information that she was able to uncover regarding Brittany Eady allegedly, engaging in acts self-distributed online, or at least distributed with her consent, which is why I guess Kenya did not consider that to be revenge pee. Now, Kenya says that one thing in the housewives world is if you come for somebody, 9 times out of 10, they may have a receipt on you. And so these were Kenya's receipts on Brittany Eady. And from there, Kenya Moore went on to say this.
Hindsight is always 50-50. And if I could do it all over again, I believe the photos were very distasteful, and I elevated the situation. I've elevated situations before, and I've taken full accountability for the things that I've done. I am sorry for what I've done. I didn't have to take it that far. But when I felt threatened, I've never had a child and be in a situation like this before. So that's why I escalated it to the point where I was
So Kenya Moore went on to, I guess, in essence, apologize for taking things too far, tearfully. Now, people are all over the internet saying that this is her begging for her job back and taking accountability for a situation that she has self-proclaimed to have escalated. I don't know if Bravo is muscling her into an apology, but Kenya has had a touch of the get backs ever since we can all remember. Remember, even going back to her debut season in season 5 when Phaedra was calling her an alcoholic and slandering her over a booty DVD deal gone wrong. She showed up to the Nene Shoe Dazzle event dressed like Phaedra Parks in a parody with the booty cheeks hanging out on the booty pads and fake Southern accent and drinking like a fish. And so we've seen her do the art of the get back for years. And this time, I guess, according to Bravo, she may have gone too far. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that she went too far? And do you guys think that this is an admission of some sort of guilt in order to go ahead and get her job back? Listen, okay, people are like, saying things like, well, now she groveling and kissing ass to get her job back. Do you know how much money they make? And I mean, it is easy to talk about the money, but unless you've been around these girls and been in those filming environments and been in these mansions that they have and see the lifestyle that they've become accustomed to, I know that everybody says that they would never sell out for $1, but baby, $1 would make a bitch like me holler, and I would have to do what I had to do as well in order to go ahead and secure my season paycheck. And so I don't know how many episodes this is going to sprawl out over, but I'm sure financially it's going to take a dent. And then you also have to think about, I'm not saying that the Real Housewives of Atlanta is what makes Kenya relevant, but when you have the Real Housewives of Atlanta and it's such a juggernaut, that is the base for where you launch your products, where you do this and where you do that. And so a lot of the times we see when certain girls leave that platform, whether they choose to or it's, forced, a lot of the times it's hard for them to maintain that relevancy without that platform. So I don't know. Whatever it is, y'all know Kenya's a businesswoman first because her book with Brooklyn sold out on Amazon. So kudos to you in Brooklyn, Kenya. But I do know for a fact that a lot of people are very upset at her distributing whatever it was that Brittany Eady had out, and they felt like it was lowbrow even for Kenya. And I think that, I'll be honest with you, Kenya really, they say you can't control a response, but Kenya took it to hell, bitch. And so I'm really just anxious to see what exactly happened. I am wondering why she's speaking out about it. And maybe that's in the effort for it to make sure that it does air. They don't chop the footage. But honestly, they need to go ahead and give us the footage because we've heard about it. We've talked about it. I reported about it here on No Chaser TV. Everybody's reported about it. Everybody's had an opinion about it. So let us see exactly what happened. And we do know now that it is indeed something because for the longest time, Kenya kind of denied anything happened. But here on Tamron Hall, it looks like she's admitting that she took things too far and tearfully apologized. Do you accept the apology? And I have another thing to add, right? Because remember when this all happened, Drew Sidora and Portia Williams, amongst others, stood by her at this time and was advocating for Kenya to come back and didn't think that she should be removed from the situation because of this incident. So what do you think that puts them at in relation to what may have happened? And lastly, Kenya and Cynthia are good Judies, but Cynthia says that they haven't spoken in a while. So do you think Cynthia was against it and that is why Kenya and Cynthia aren't really necessarily speaking as much as they used to? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bells. And I will see you guys later on tonight for the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion. Thank you. Mwah.